What's up? Welcome back to Skate. Once again, apologies for the voice. In a way, it's kind of part of what I'm going for, but still a bit sickish. I'll try to edit out all the... I will edit out all the coughs and sniffles. Sorry if that's TMI. I'm thinking where I want to skate. As much as it pains me to say, some chunks of the map have already lost a bit of their appeal to me. I guess I can session this plaza area for a bit. Before I forget to mention it, I'm kind of bummed because there was a tweet earlier today that BMX Streets is only coming to PlayStation in November at the earliest. I have no idea how licensing works, and I'm sure it's not, or I'm sure it is complicated legally and stuff, but you know, there was a teaser, I think also on Twitter, probably other socials as well, that the game was coming to consoles in October, without specifying that Xbox would be first and PlayStation would be later. It's fair enough, and it's just another month. But I'm really itching to play that game finally. So any delay is too long, quite frankly. Kind of a fun little spot. One thing I think they really nailed in the game is reverts. And power slides, I suppose. It's kind of the same thing. But it really adds to the flowiness. I think I very briefly talked about it in the last video, which was recorded right before this one. But I was playing a session very briefly earlier today, and I'm very conflicted. To elaborate as clearly as possible, I still really like Session. It does things that Skate can't do, and Skate does things that Session can't do. But overall, right now, I think Skate is just the more fun game to me. It's obviously still very flawed. I'm not going to play the early access card, because yes, that is a reason why the game is very unfinished, but it's not an excuse for some of the missing things. The things it does, I think it does a bit better than the things Session does well. Very hard to make myself make sense, because I don't want to be unfair towards either game. Like I said, Session is its own thing, and this is its own thing, but the realism in session. Or, no, how should I say? I think the best way, the most accurate way that I can say what I mean is that the flaws or the things that session lacks, being a lot of animations, grabs, and better transition skating, those things detract more from the things that session does well, being the realism and like the very granular, I suppose, way to do flips and grind tricks. Also manuals to an extent, but you know what I mean, like the kind of tricks and lines you can do in session can feel very good if you get them right. They're much more difficult to get right, which is a good thing, in my opinion. But even if you get it right, it still doesn't look as good as it could look, because the game in which all those things are constructed still isn't very finished. I think even, I guess pushing is maybe an unfair example, because that does look as good as it can look, I guess, but the lack of a throwdown animation, the weird, how do you call it, like the extremely upright and stiff posture during grinds especially. Just basic things in terms of movement and animations. All that stuff makes everything you do look worse. Whereas here in Skate, just skating around feels much nicer and it looks much nicer. Like the fact that you have you see your guy who put this here getting on the board in a natural way. Ooh, I want to do that better. I think you get my point already. I'm not really expressing myself as good as I would like to. But yeah, it all adds up to why I enjoy Skate more right now, despite all its weaknesses. Like to do a quick ollie back tail, which is not super easy, especially because the quick ollies often don't register. Also cool, but not what I wanted to do. Seriously. The one time I get into it perfectly. And try one more time with a regular ollie. Thank you. nearly as smooth as it would look with a quick ollie, but you know, I work with what I have available. Every time I pass by here, I try to grind that upper ledge, but I never make it, so this time I am gonna do it. I always struggle with this kind of ollie, like slanted at the top of a bank. I guess if I ollie sideways to the right, that might help. Okay, yeah. The sideways ollie, when I do it correctly, does help a lot. Kickflip back crook would also look very sick. I'm being very stubborn. Okay. Neither the grind nor the flip out were what I wanted to do. This is very pleasant. This walkway with all the green. Oh, sweet. Okay. Cool gap, but I wanted to do a grind. Wanted to do a tail slide to nose slide. Should be possible. Well. Oh, come on. I got into a nose grind, but it didn't feel like it locked in. Okay, well, close enough. I'm not sure where to go. Oh, I know where I can go, except I don't know where it is that I want to go to. I know the spot, but I don't know where it is by heart. Again, I saw something on Reddit that I wanted to try for myself, because I saw someone air through that tree, and I want to try that. Might be doable just from here. Nope, too late. That's the idea. But I have to ollie like I mean it. And I want to do a melon, but as we've established, for some reason I'm not very good at melons. Kickflip melon. I did the wrong grab. Just a melon with no flip. It is all about ollieing like you mean it. Because that time I cleared it without much effort, except it did take effort. I think I might have hit my head. I don't know if I'd be able to hit my head and still land it. Clipped through the branch. Yeah, it's fine. Ooh, this is kind of fun. It's a shame you can't really, grind up and around this. Can't really think what to do here except oof, okay, misjudged. Caveman into the bank. A bit low down. Ooh, it's a cool rail. A pair of rails. Kickflip feeble, which I have no idea how to do. But maybe I can figure them out before the end of the video. Oh, shame. Meant to do a kickflip, not a heel flip. And it's actually a good looking feeble. Most times when I either do one intentionally, which is rare, or I just accidentally do one. So in short, every time I do a feeble, regardless of intention, they don't look that good. Maybe I'm confusing them with Smiths, because Smiths actually look pretty bad. Like, that is not a good pinch. No. Okay, well, I guess that's going to be it for this one. I had fun today, I must say. Sometimes I have the feeling like I'm getting bored of the map and of the game in general. But I think at those times when I get bored, I just have to remind myself that there are a lot of fun spots. Just have to maybe look a bit harder. I mean, there's stuff to skate everywhere, but still. Yeah, thank you for watching and for listening, and I will talk to you next time. Bye bye.